Hello everyone, my name is Hanum and today you are going to talk about phonological rules and prosodic phonology. So let's get straight into phonological rules. Phonological rules are commonly used in generative phonology as a notation to capture sound-related operations and computations the human brain performs when producing or comprehending spoken language. The phonological rules relate the phonemic representations to the phonetic representations and are part of speakers' knowledge of the language. There are several rules of phonological rules. The first one is assimilation rules. Assimilation rules are rules that make neighboring segments more similar by copying or spreading a phonetic property from one segment to the other. For example, from 20 to 20, from bad boy to bad boy, from good girl to good girl. And then the next rule is dissimilation rules. Dissimilation rules are rules in which a segment become less similar to another segment. This is basically the opposite with assimilation. For example, the word sixth. It's actually using but because of dissimilation rules, it becomes sixth instead of sixth. And then the next one is feature-changing rules. Feature-changing rules are the functions of changing the value of phonemic features in English, Japanese, Akan, and other languages. Assimilation and dissimilation are feature-changing rules, but some feature-changing rules are neither assimilation nor dissimilation. For example, the word ember or ember, it doesn't mean that it pronounces as ember, even though there is an after a b. And then the next rule is segment deletion. Deletion rules are the rules to remove a segment from certain phonetic contents. There are two types of deletion rules. The first one is delete a word final b when it occurs after an For example, the word bomb. Instead of we say it as bump, we say it as bump. And then the second one is delete a k when it occurs before final nasal. For example, the word assignment, instead of we say it as assignment, but we say it as assignment instead of align, it's align. And then the next one is insertion rules or insertion rules. It is where we insert a syllabic or non-syllabic segments. It is also known as epenthesis. For example, the word angle. It's not angle, but we insert a, so it becomes angle, angle, like in the word ankle, ankle. And then the last rule is movement rules. It is reordering sequences of phonemes. This rule is also called metathesis rule. It occurs when two consonants within a syllable are placed in a different order. For example, the word ask, it becomes ax. So let's move to prosodic phonology. Let's start it with what is prosody. Prosody refers to the study of the tune and rhythm of speech and how these features contribute to meaning. It is also consists of distinctive variations of stress and timing in spoken language. And so, what is prosodic phonology? So, it is a theory the way in which the flow of speech is organized into a finite set of phonological units. It is also a theory of interactions between phonology and the components of grammar. There are four prosodic features. The first one is syllable structure, and the second one is word stress. The third one is sentence and phrase stress, and then the last one is intonation. So let's start it with the first prosodic feature. It is syllabic structure. Syllabic structure. So, what is syllable? Syllable is commonly known to be speech unit that is longer than a segment. There are two types of syllable. The first one is open syllable, usually ends with in a vowel, and the second one is closed syllable, usually ends in one or more consonants. And there are also classifications according to number of syllables. The first one is monosyllabic, which is one syllable, and then the second one is disyllabic, which is two syllables, and then the third one is polysyllabic, which is two or more syllables. So, what is syllabic structure? It is the schema that accounts for all syllables in language in terms of possible consonants and vowel sequences permitted written in terms of generic symbol C for consonant and V for vowel. A syllable has a tripartite structure or tripartite structure. The syllable consists of an obligatory constituent nucleus, which is a vowel or a syllabic consonant, and two optional constituents, onset and coda, both of which are consonants. And then the second prosodic feature is word stress. So let's start it with stress. Stress is the rhythm of language. In pronunciation, stress can refer to words in a group of words that receives the most emphasis. There are 4 general rules about stress. The first one is stress the first syllable of most 2-syllable noun. For example, climate. And then also most 2-syllable stress the first syllable of most 2-syllable adjective. For example, flippant. And then the second rule is stress stress the last syllable of most 2-syllable verbs. For example, require. The next rule is stress the second to last syllable of words that end in IC. For example, ecstatic. And also words ending in shin. For example, extension. And then the last rule is stress the third form last syllable of words that end in C, T, V, and G. For example, democracy. The third prosodic feature is sentence and phrase stress. Sentence stress is the music of spoken English. Sentence stress is what gives English its rhythm or beat. When words are combined into phrases and sentences, one syllable receives more stress than others. Most sentences have 2 basic types of word. The first one is content words, and the second one is structure words. Content words are the key words of a sentence. They are important words that carry the meaning of sense, the real content. The next one, how about structure words? So they are small, simple words that make the sentence correct grammatically. So it makes the sentence correct grammatically. They give the sentence its correct form, its structure. Basic rules of sentence and phrase stress. So the first one is content words are stressed. The second one is structure words are unstressed. And the last one is the time between stressed words is always the same. So now we are in the last prosodic feature. It is intonation. In phonetics, it is the melodic pattern of an utterance. Intonation helps to recognize the language that you hear in the same way as the melody of a song helps you recognize the song that you are listening. It also conveys differences of expressive meaning. There are 2 types of intonations. The first one is rising intonation, and then the next one is falling intonation. For rising intonation, the example is, your name is John. For falling intonation, your name is John. So, your name is John, it's for asking someone's name. And then falling intonation, it's for stating something. And then other main types of intonation include high fall, low fall, fall rise, high rise, mid-level rise, and low rise. There are also key components of intonations. There are pitch, sentence stress, and rhythm. So now we are in the end of the discussion. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. See you next time. Ciao.